love this duo, and clearly we are not alone. The video for their first single, Am I Wrong, has been viewed nearly 40 million times. It's had more than 100 million global streams on Spotify, and it debuted in the top 5 on the Billboard charts.
Oh. Wow.
Those are real numbers,
yes,
right,
they
Shannon?
are. And here to talk about their massive hit and their meteoric rise to the top of the charts is the Norwegian sensation, Nico and Vinz. Welcome to Rise.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thanks.
My goodness. So last year, no one in the U.S. knew who you were, and now you're global sensations. I mean, and you're living the American dream. So you're African Europeans living the American dream.
Right.
Wow.
What is life like now for you?
I mean,
Think about it.
Speechless. Yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, but I love it though. I mean, it's of course hectic, but when you get to see and do what we do right now, it's I'll take that any day. Yeah.
You know, we always hear about the overnight sensation, but you guys kind of epitomize that phrase, overnight sensation. What's that been like, knowing that you were, again, last year, no one knew who you were, and now you can't walk down the street without being mobbed?
You know, like you said just now, it's hard to put in words. It's like a year ago, we were sitting in this little studio in Norway watching shows like these ones, like the ones we're on right now, wanting to be in America, doing what we love, you know. To see it happen right now is, again, it's hard to put in words, but it's really, really amazing. We hope we can inspire other people to see that even if you're from a small country, even no matter what kind of dream you have, it is possible. You know, we're two, like you said, Afro-Norwegians, normal guys, and now we have one of the biggest songs in the world.
So Vinz, how are you adjusting to all the fame? Is it still sort of surreal? Do you believe it yet? You still pinching yourself?
I mean, I know that, you know, with the dreams we've had, it's sort of like, it's always been, that comes with the job, I guess, but surreal, I don't know. Like, it's weird. I think it's weird whenever somebody says, can you take a picture with me? Like, why? Like, I'm just like.
But you know, we're like in this moment, we're still, it's a lot to do. We're working a lot. So we don't get the time to really sit and reflect over what's going on. But once we get that time off, that's when we sit down, I'll be like, Vince, yo, man, we made it, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's,
you made it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, you know, in your song, you ask the following questions. Am I wrong for thinking out the box from where I stay? Am I wrong for saying that I choose another way? Am I wrong for thinking that we could be something for real? Clearly, you're not wrong. But why do you think that song has been embraced around the globe?
I think because.
Is it that message?
Yeah, I think those questions are questions that we all ask ourselves.
It's universal.
From time to time. Yeah, I think like at some point in our lives, we are at this crossroad, and people you will tell people about your dreams, right? You will tell, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and people will be like, well, I'm not sure about that, and you be like, am I wrong for thinking that I can do this for real?
Yeah.
And if so, I don't want to be right, you know, and that's what we try to say in the song as well, like, have that confidence and trust your gut feeling.
Wow. Yeah. Now take us back a little bit, because you're both Afro-Norwegians. Now Vince, your parents are from Ghana, and Nico, your mom was from Norway and your father's from the Ivory Coast.
Exactly.
So how did you all hook up and form this group?
We met in 2009. We met through a mutual friend. I had made music with that mutual friend, and he suggested that me and Vince should get together and try to create something. He thought we could have a good chemistry. So we tried it out. I mean, the chemistry was good both on and off stage. Everything was nice. You know, when we were on stage, we really had a good time, and we had those same visions. We knew what we wanted to do. And then we just set off and took it from a hobby to, you know, something that we really, really wanted to make happen, and got serious about it, started working, and now we're here.
And one of the things you made happen was your music video, which everyone loves.
Yeah.
It was filmed in Botswana. Why did you choose that location?
It's actually a coincidence. We just had the opportunity to go there and was like, yes, we'll go to Botswana, absolutely, to shoot the video. And we really wanted to showcase the positivity, the energy, like you see in the video. Like you see the guys, the boys walking around, holding each other, chilling, having fun, smiling. We wanted to show that side, you know, because you know, sometimes they'll show Africa from a side that's a little bit more negative, the poverty and all the bad stuff. We wanted to like showcase. So check out the smiles on these kids right now. Check out the way they be dancing, having fun, just relaxing. That's the energy we wanted to put out. And then we felt like that imagery or those visuals matched with the song.
Now, your sound has been compared to everyone from Fela to The Police to Paul Simon during his Graceland era. How do you feel about those comparisons, one? And two, how would you describe your sound?
First of all, it's huge compliments.
Yeah, that's a good company
All of
to
those
be
guys
in.
you mentioned is like huge artists. I've never heard Fela, but that's fun. That's
Yeah.
fun. I really like them. Yeah, I mean, we're really grateful for the fact that once you're compared to those kind of people, you know that you're doing something right. I think our sound is a mix, or I know that our sound is a mix of everything we are, everything Nico and Vinz are as people. So we have an urban background. We used to rap a lot before in Norway. Most people don't know that.
No.
But we did.
Spit a little something.
Oh, you put it just on the
Free flow. That's how it works. Free flow.
Yeah.
Okay,
Off the
okay,
top of the
okay,
head.
Yeah.
All right, okay. You want English or Norwegian or French or
Ooh, mix it up. Mix it up.
Bilingual rhymes. I like that.
mix it up?
Yeah.
All right, let's try. Okay. So I'm gonna start off with French. Juste un cours pratique, la vie est technique, tectonique, les plaques au big sont poétiques. Ta politique, pas de pacte avec le diable, il se nourrit de sable, détruit les terres arables. Hun fick chock da jag rappade på norsk. Chocktillstånd i min kropp när hun knäppade den upp. Och gentemot till dags tänker status tack för allt du hållit nere med mig för jag faktiskt var någon.
What you got?
Have I forgotten English or what's up now?
It sounded good. We don't know what you said, but it sounded good.
Très bien. Très bien.
Merci.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes,
You know, I
that
do
was
have
great.
to ask you, is there a lot of pressure to make your next album or your next song hot because your first single was just went through the roof?
No, wait, before you answer that, so where are your accents? Did you leave those at the border? Because you speak, I mean, you sound like you don't have accents at all.
Yeah, I mean, I think we learned, or I know we learned from watching music videos, listening to music, watching shows, American shows, comedy shows, whatever, and just picked up on it.
You watched Full House growing up?
Full House, Eddie Murphy, we had
Okay, so they had this
Fresh Prince.
happy hour on TV. I remember I was growing up to that because they started with, do you know like Mark Cooper?
No.
You get that show? No.
Hanging with
Oh,
Mr.
hang with
Cooper?
Mr. Cooper.
Yes.
Mark Cooper, hang with Mr.
Yeah,
Cooper.
Cooper. They had Webster on after that.
Yeah.
They would do Full House. They would do Martin, and they would do like in Living Color. They would do all the Fresh Prince, all the shows in
Yeah.
like 2-3 hours every day. So I was just sitting there just watching.
We would just imitate it, you know.
And
that's
what
how we
music
figured
did you listen to? What
Music?
inspired your sound?
Yeah.
A lot of hip hop music when I was
Okay.
younger. I was like a East Coast guy.
Okay.
I was Jay-Z, Nas, I was Wu-Tang, Pete Rock, CL Smooth.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been through the whole spectrum, you know. And Vince was more of a West Side.
Yeah, West Coast. Yeah, I was like
Tupac.
Tupac. Yeah, Snoop, Dre, Exhibit, those type of guys. Like Ice Cube. So
Yeah.
Okay, so now that the East Coast has met the West Coast,
Yeah.
what can we look forward to for your next song? And is there a lot of pressure to make it as huge as your first?
It's a good question. I think it could be a lot of pressure, but we don't feel it. And let me tell you why. Because when we made Am I Wrong, we didn't make it with the intention of making a hit. We made it with the intention of creating something real that we could stand behind 100%. The rest of the album is exactly like that. So we have so much more to say. There's so much more to Nico and Vinz that we feel really confident that it's going to work out the same way as Am I Wrong did.
So what can we expect the album? Are
Yes.
you already working on it right now?
Yeah.
we're already wrapping it up right now. So we
really?
getting close, absolutely. And I mean, it's exciting. So the album is called Black Star Elephant.
Okay. Talk
Black
to us about that title.
Yeah, so the title is basically, you know, I got Guinean roots.
Yes.
So Black Stars.
Black Star.
Yeah,
Okay,
you know?
I got it.
And Nico got, you know, father from Ivory Coast, you know, them calls themselves the elephants.
Yep.
So we just made this character, and this character, Black Star Elephant, is stuck in this little village, and he really wants to get out and fulfill his purpose in life. So he sets out on his journey, and the story about Black Star Elephant is based on our story, you know, being, you know, coming from Oslo and just wanting to fulfill our purpose and do this thing on a bigger scale.
So is
It's
the
a
album
cool-
taking us on your journey, and will we have the same sound that we heard from Am I Wrong?
Absolutely. You know, we mix the urban influence, we mix the African influence, we mix the pop influence. You know, us being Norwegians, mix all that in there, and just all the point of views and all the reflections and all the thoughts we have. You know, so it's a cool journey and a cool story to listen to.
All right. Well, how do you say you're watching Arise TV in Norwegian?
Du ser på Arise TV. Eller, du ser på Arise TV.
Du ser på Arise TV.
Exactly.
Oh, thank you.
Well said.
Yeah.
And I know the English version. We'll be right back.